right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Scott Birdall, the CEO of Snowline Gold. And Scott, it's great to see you again. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, Steve. Good to see you too.
Yeah, so a news release out from the company today talking about really significant step-out hole in the valley zone on the Rogue property. So just remind everyone a little bit about the drilling that's going on there and specifically where the step-out has taken you.
Yeah, so we basically got 2 drills turning at Valley right now. We ended the last season with 4 drills there, or 4 holes there, about 800 meters drilled, and all 4 holes hit nice broad zones of mineralization. And we kicked this season off. We had a release out on the 13th of June, just where we had stepped back, testing basically the width of this big system. The holes last year were clustered in about within a 100-meter area of each other, in this big sort of 2-kilometer soil anomaly on this newly discovered intrusion. And this year's drilling, we started out on that June 13th release, stepping back along the width of the system, and now we've stepped out, as you mentioned, about 340 meters from last year's discovery holes. And yeah, drilling into that, we just started mineralization as soon as we got to bedrock, and we let that hole run because the mineralization was very intense. And yeah, we basically let it run, until 415 meters. So pretty exciting. And then with the second drill, we've perched ourselves up on a different part of the anomaly that's I think it's about 460 meters from any other drilling, where that has also encountered sheeted veins on the northeastern side of the intrusion. So really quickly building out scale and showing that the discoveries we made last year are not just an isolated little area, but that this is a potentially very big system. Of course, we have to wait for assay results before we get too excited, but we're very pleased looking at the rocks so far.
Yeah, Scott, is that sort of what the message is in this release, and also the one you mentioned in June 13, is basically that you're trying to see the scope and size potentially for what you have at the Valley Zone, because this is a very important one for the company.
Yeah, exactly. And so the amount of detail you'd need to get to an indicated resource is we'd have to probably start doing something like 100-meter grid spacing through there. But before we get into that whole environment, that whole workspace, we really want to use the limited meters that we have this season to build out that scale, to show to ourselves that, okay, this project has, can kind of exceed the bar that is set by its location and other factors. And so, so we're taking these big steps out, and it's a risky strategy in one sense, but it seems to be paying off.
Yeah, and drilling is still continuing right now?
It is. We budgeted 3,000 to 4,000 meters for that target, and we've drilled, I think, around 1,400 meters at this point.
Okay, so lots to go still. All right, good stuff, Scott. Well, we look forward to seeing the assays as well when they get back from the lab, and it's great to see you, and congratulations on these initial results.
All right, thanks a lot, Steve. Take care.
All right, you as well. Scott Birdall, the CEO of Snowline Gold.